Welcome to my YouTube channel. It's Easter Saturday. Today's vlog is about composition. Now, specifically, the composition we're talking about is the principle of the golden triangle. Now, I use those words carefully because the golden triangle is a principle. It's not a rule. It's not an absolute. It's something that's there to help you with composition to create more dramatic, more interesting compositions. Now, this video is going to be in two parts. The first part is returning to a couple of old images or compositions which I've done before and shared. Not so sure that I've actually shared them in blogs, but I've certainly shared them on social media. Part of it is not so much to apply the rule of the golden triangle, it's to check out whether that's what makes them so interesting. Now, the principle of the golden triangle is, and I'll show you some pictures with the principle on it as I'm speaking, is effectively you draw a line through the composition from either the top to the opposite bottom corner on the angle, on the diagonal, or from the bottom left to the top right. Once you've made that choice, from there you take the two corners which don't have a line going to them and draw a line so that it intersects the middle line, or the first line, at right angles or perpendicular to that line. Now, if your crop is square, you'll effectively have two diagonal lines and you'll have four right angle triangles. Even if you have a panorama, you'll still have four right angle triangles, but they'll be of different sizes, quite dramatically different sizes. So that's the principle of it. The points where those lines intersect are effectively, in any composition, you have four points which are the power point or the focal points, and anything you put on that point is the strongest point in the image. Now, the lines themselves are effectively leading lines, and if you can either place subjects along those lines or use those to place leading lines into the subjects. And that's one of the things I'll be looking at today, is how you take those leading lines into the subjects. Now, the subject behind me was actually the second subject I was going to do, but the light's not right on the first. And it's effectively here at the old Teachers College. It's coloured glass, which illuminates in the afternoon with some interesting shapes in the foreground. Now, when I shared these, mainly it was on Facebook, I shared it the first time, is one person suggested that I clean up the leaves, and to be honest, it's as bad then as what it is now. I think the leaves are what make it quite interesting, because they're sort of the disrupting image. Okay, so that's it for now, and I'll come back in a minute and talk more about it. Thank you. Welcome back. Now, what I've done here is taken a number of shots, both horizontally and vertically formatted, and have taken, using the 16 to 35 mm lens, which I hardly ever use, have taken a number of compositions, including what could be an HDR shot to give us a nice clear blue sky, as well as the light in the shadow. Now, I'm going to move over to the other spot in a minute and take some compositions over there and probably talk a little bit more about that composition. The main features about this composition are the lines here in the stairs, which are heading into it, the lines in the glass panels, the shape of the building itself, plus a very unusual line in that wall, plus we've got the lines on the floor as well. Now it's how we apply the golden triangle principle to this to make it a more pleasing composition. There's plenty of lines there, and we'll just play it by ear. Thank you. This was originally going to be my first composition, but because the light was in slightly the wrong position, it's gradually getting there. Effectively, this is what I call the Teachers College stairs. There's two sets of stairs. It's this set here and a spiral set. Now, once upon a time, they took my imagination. I thought they were a bit obscure, that some architect had chosen to, I presume, originally put in the spiral set and then later stick in this set of stairs, which are now a bit obscure. This is, I'm going to try, and this has been one of my more popular images on Flickr. In actual fact, it's had 700 odd favourites, and I can't work out quite why. But I'm going to try and replicate it and apply the role of the golden triangle on it and go from there. So I'll take the image and then we'll go from there. Thank you. My theory is with this image, what makes it so exciting is that, or makes it fit with the golden triangle, is that this line here going up through there to the top over there is the angle from corner to corner, and then that line coming in there is the line which intersects it perpendicular, but it doesn't, from the top corner. That's my theory, and I'm sticking to it. So we'll do some work on that back at when we process the images, and then go from there. Thank you. Good morning and welcome back. It's Sunday morning and I'm just waiting for sunrise. I'm doubting that I'm going to get anything because when I arrived, there was a gap above the hills. There's no longer a gap there. So I'm here, so I might as well give it a go. Now, I'm in front of what was some of the original river works here